Welcome to Mystic Realms Recap. Please like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy today's episode.
The reborn Blood Evil Dragon Emperor can return to the 8th grade beast and restore his throne. Chen Beiyuan can naturally break through the 8th grade War Emperor and become the Human Emperor. No matter how powerful the Bloody Dragon Emperor is it possible that he can still be stronger than this destined villain? In the original work, without the defying the heavens and changing fate system, the original person just relied on his own talent to reach the legendary 9th grade God of War realm, became the first 9th grade God of War in the original work. With such a cultivation speed, even Lin Shao, the son of fortune, is beyond the reach of him. Now, with his destiny system and destiny luck, his breakthrough speed will only be faster. Who will become the emperor first is still a question. At that time, it will just be a drama about the old father beating the rebellious son. If the Bloody Dragon Emperor who has recovered his memory dares to have any reverse bones, Chen Beiyuan can hammer his dragon head into a dog's head. I hope you can be a good dragon who understands current affairs. Otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. Chen Beiyuan looked at the weird dragon egg in front of him that had a strange sense of intimacy and said to himself. Under Chen Beiyuan's strange gaze, the dragon egg, glowing with scarlet light, suddenly felt a creepy feeling, and it swayed slightly, like a puppy wagging its tail begging for mercy. Who would have thought that the Bloody Dragon Emperor, who was always known for his cruelty and brutality, would have such a cute side? What a black history. Ha ha ha, I, the son of the Chen family, should be so domineering. Chen Ziqing couldn't help but laugh while looking at the scene in front of him. Chen Ziqing left just as quickly as he came. As the head of the Chen family, the person in charge of the third theater of the empire, and a proper boss of the empire, his affairs are still very busy. If it hadn't been about Chen Beiyuan, he wouldn't have run back to Chen's house from the empire's third war zone in the middle of the night. However, after Chen Ziqing left, the empire's third war zone temporarily organized a hunting high-level ferocious beast drill. Specializes in hunting high-level ferocious beasts with dragon race bloodline. In the next 3 days, a steady stream of blood essence containing high-level ferocious beasts was sent to Chen Beiyuan's residence and supplied to the weird dragon eggs. In order to let the weird dragon egg hatch as soon as possible, Chen Beiyuan specially asked someone to open a blood pool in his residence, directly replicating the dragon blood pool in the blood dragon secret realm. The strange dragon egg was placed directly in the center of the blood pool and was watered by the essence and blood of countless ferocious beasts, accelerating its growth. Blood Dragon Emperor has the blood of the 2 evil dragons, Blood Dragon and Evil Dragon, in its body. Among them, the blood of Blood Dragon occupies more initiative. For it, the essence and blood of powerful beasts is undoubtedly the best supplement. In just 3 days, the blood-colored lines all over the strange half-meter-high dragon egg became denser. The scarlet light became brighter and more sinister, and a clear heartbeat also appeared from the dragon egg. It seems that it won't be long before the reborn Blood Evil Dragon Emperor will break out of his shell. Chen Beiyuan stood with his hands behind his hands in front of the blood pool, turning a blind eye to the strong smell of blood in the air. He looked at the strange dragon eggs floating in the blood pool with his gloomy eyes and murmured to himself. If it had been anyone else, they would have been on the border front or in a strange, secret realm, desperately hunting ferocious beasts, extracting blood essence, and supplying it to the strange dragon eggs. I don't know that I have to wait until the year of the monkey to hatch the strange dragon egg. However, he was born in the Chen family of Donghua. As long as he said a word, countless people would prepare the needed things and deliver them directly to his door. In just 3 days, the strange dragon eggs were already breaking out of their shells. Suddenly, the strange dragon egg swimming in the blood pool slowly floated to his feet. The surface of the eggshell glowed with an evil blood light, revealing a sense of intimacy, as if it was inviting him to play in the blood pool. In the past 3 days, in addition to staying in the blood pool to practice, Chen Beiyuan also fed his own blood to the strange dragon eggs from time to time to increase their intimacy. He also took a dip in the blood pool from time to time. In just 3 days, The relationship between Weird Dragon Egg and him could be described as almost intimate. Obviously, the strange dragon egg has regarded it as the closest existence, and there is a faint feeling of admiration for it. In addition, Chen Beiyuan was also surprised to find that when he was practicing with the strange dragon egg, his own beast divine ability, blood dragon transformation, had some kind of special change, as if it had become more powerful. There seems to be a special telepathy between them. At this moment, he could roughly sense the strange dragon egg's emotional fluctuations and what it wanted to express. Come, play ha. The strange dragon egg floating in the blood pool glows red, conveying exciting mood swings. Just when Chen Beiyuan was about to respond, a sudden phone ringing interrupted their interaction. The caller turned out to be his brother-in-law Beiyuan. Bai, what's the matter? Brother-in-law, I have said hello to my third uncle. The matter of that old guy in Kyang baking has been settled. The trial court has made the decision. He will be assigned to the front lines and organized into prison camps to open up wasteland for the empire. This old guy will die even if he wants to. Disaster. However, he is a tough guy and actually resisted everything without affecting that be ********** D Lin Xiao. Otherwise, I would have directly asked my third uncle to send a trial team to arrest him. Beiyuan's careless voice appeared on the phone. Ding, congratulations to the host for changing the original fate line, which indirectly led to the important supporting character, Xiong Baizong, being sentenced to be assigned to the front line to open up wasteland and incorporated into the prison camp, which indirectly cut off Son of Fortune Lin Zhao's future support. Ding, congratulations to the host for receiving a special reward, Dragon Bloodgrass. Dragon Bloodgrass, a kind of heaven and earth spiritual grass containing powerful dragon blood, mostly grows in the place where the dragon fell. It is very attractive to dragon race and can enhance its development. Chen Beiyuan looked at the dragon bloodgrass that appeared in the system space and knew in his heart that the value of this important supporting role in Kyang baking has been squeezed out. The godfather of Son of Fortune has reached the end of his life. The other party's fate was already doomed from the very beginning. Don't say that he is Son of Fortune's godfather. Even Son of Fortune's godmother, and stepmother will die if they offend him. I got it. Chen Beiyuan was slightly pleased. My brother-in-law's execution ability is pretty good. Last time he just mentioned it casually, but he really took care of the matter. By the way, brother-in-law, there's one more thing. That be ***** CH Lin Lausen sent people to the trial court a few days ago to say hello, hoping that the trial court would show favor to the Lin family and bail out this old immortal named Xiong Baizong. I'm so angry. As you know, I hate people who seek power for personal gain most in my life. Lin Lausan, this be ************ D, has clearly offended me. I asked my third uncle to detain his person and throw him into a water prison. Went. Beiyuan said righteously. In Beiyuan's eyes, he asked his third uncle to do a small favor and send Qian Beiyakang to the front line to open up wasteland. This was his own family matter and an act of justice. Lin Zhuxiao dared to let people go to the trial court to say hello and wanted to release him. This clearly meant that he wanted to use power for personal gain and had extremely bad intentions. Although there are some double standards, this is Beiyuan's character. In this regard, Chen Beiyuan said nothing. He knew very well that his brother-in-law had the character of helping relatives but not taking care of others. As the one being helped and the one benefiting from it, if he still chirps, he is just being ridiculous. In contrast, he was more interested in another thing. Lin Xiao, the Son of Fortune, is finally involved with the Donghua Lin family. It seems that even though the gears of fate were intervened and some errors occurred, they still did not stop turning. Chen Beiyuan reached out and stroked the strange dragon egg with a faint look in his eyes. He was not too surprised by the result. As early as 3 days ago, when Lin Xiao was asked to leave by Lin Zhuxiao, the third young master of the Lin family, he had received specific news. In the original work, the reason why Lin Xiao was able to destroy the Donghua Chen family during the late stage was because a top family was involved. That top family is the Donghua Lin family. Only the Lin family, which is also a top family, can deal a fatal blow to the Chen family at the critical moment. There are two mountains in the military realm of the Donghua Empire. One is named Chun, and the other is named Lin. The former controls half of the empire's military power and holds the biggest guns. The latter controls 1/3 of the empire's military power and holds the second largest gun. It can be said that the relationship between the two parties is equivalent to the relationship between the boss and the second child. Since ancient times, every second child has dreamed of defeating the boss and becoming the eldest brother. The Lin family is naturally no exception, but this dream has always been suppressed by the Chen family. In the original work, Lin Xiao hooked up with Lin Jiuxiao, the eldest son of the Lin family, and eventually reached a deep connection with the Lin family. In order to bring down the Chen family, Lin Xiao first secretly colluded with the ferocious aliens on the border front to betray the country, and then the Lin family stabbed the Chen family in the back. Finally, the behemoth Chen family was destroyed. Of course, in the original work, Lin Xiao, as the protagonist, is naturally a righteous being, and the Lin family also belongs to the righteous side. They joined forces to destroy the evil Chen family. As for the fact that after the fall of the Chen family, the entire border front collapsed, most of the northern territory of the Donghua Empire fell, and hundreds of millions of the empire's people died, those are all small details and small sacrifices that need to be made for justice. What kind of? Sometimes, for the sake of justice, people are killed. So what? As for the fact that a certain miracle doctor protagonist backhandedly attacked the Lin family, a righteous partner, uprooted the family and covered up his dark history after taking power, it was nothing. If you come out to fool around, you will have to pay it back. Lin Xiao, the Lin family seems to have some fun. Chen Beiyuan's eyes were dark, and he stroked the strange dragon egg for a moment. A strange smile appeared on the face reflected in the blood pool. Since the two got mixed up again due to the intervention of fate, they can be sorted out together. He directly took out the dragon blood grass in the system space and put it into the blood pool. As soon as it came into contact with the blood pool, the dragon's blood grass melted directly and merged with the entire blood pool. In an instant, a thicker and terrifying blood energy filled the blood pool. The entire blood pool began to boil, the temperature rose linearly, and the blood-colored mist began to rise. The weird dragon egg, floating in the blood pool, suddenly sent out pleasant mood swings, and the bloodlines all over the eggshell flashed, obviously getting a lot of benefits. Chen Beiyuan also took off his clothes, revealing his fair and strong body, and stepped directly into the blood pool. With the addition of dragon bloodgrass, the boiling blood pool continuously stimulated his body and strengthened the blood vessels in his body, making him feel as comfortable as soaking in a volcanic hot spring. Chen Beiyuan leaned against the pool, closed his eyes, put his left hand on the strange dragon egg, and held his mobile phone in his right hand, chatting with Beiyuza. By the way, brother-in-law, the canary you're tired of playing with has been begging for help these days. It's no longer as cold and arrogant as before. However, no one dares to touch your brow. I heard that she has lost weight recently. Master, do you want me to help you secretly? Don't worry, as brothers, I will never talk to my sister about this matter. Beiyuza's mean voice appeared from the other end of the phone. Listening to his mean tone, you can imagine him winking. Obviously, Beiyuza still doesn't think Chen Beiyuan has really let go of Leng Ruobing completely. After all, the infatuation shown by the original body before was still impressive. However, it is really interesting for him to be able to hide women from his elder sister and help his brother-in-law hide them. No need. I have my own arrangements. Chen Beiyuan slowly opened his eyes, pondered for a while, shook his head, and refused. He has always paid attention to Leng Ruobing, the lucky heroine. After all, this woman can still squeeze a lot of benefits. It's not that people can't die, but at least you have to squeeze out all the benefits before you die. After a brief chat, Chen Beiyuan hung up the phone and began to concentrate on absorbing the energy of the blood pool to strengthen his body. Just then, a knock on the door interrupted his absorption. Chen Beiyuan frowned slightly, opened his closed eyelids slightly, and said, "What's up?" Young Master Chen, the third young master of the Lin family, has sent an invitation to invite you to a banquet at the Empire Club. Do you want to accept it? The old housekeeper stood respectfully outside the door, holding a dark gold invitation in his hand. Lin Jiuxiao? Interesting. It seems that someone is starting to lose control. Chen Beiyuan's lowered eyes flashed with a faint light, as if he had guessed something, and a sneer appeared at the corner of his mouth. Take it. Kyoto nightclub, Supreme Box. Bang. Everything on the wine table was knocked to the ground. Lin Jiuxiao's eyes were filled with angry flames, and his handsome face was filled with sinister thoughts. Beiyuza, you are so good. You tricked me in secret. When he recruited Lin Xiao before, he said that he could help fish out Lin Xiao's godfather. On the one hand, he planned to make Lin Xiao grateful, and on the other hand, he wanted to show his strength. As a result, what happened next can be said to be a slap in the face. The men he sent to the trial court were thrown directly into the water prison of the trial court. He even told him to pick it up in person, otherwise he wouldn't be released. What the hell is the difference between this and slapping him in the face? No matter how stupid Lin Jiuxiao is, he still knows that someone is behind it. All the strength of the Chen family lies in the military, and it is definitely not the Chen family who is behind this. The current person in charge of the trial court is a member of the Bai family, and the Bai family is the in-laws of the Chen family. Beiyuza is Chen Beiyuan's brother-in-law, and the two parties play well together. Lin Jiuxiao immediately targeted Beiyuza. Beiyuza most likely acted for his brother-in-law Chen Beiyuan and deliberately messed with him. Lin Xiao sat on the sofa and watched the scene in front of him without saying a word, his brows furrowed and his face ugly. It was obvious that he also knew that his godfather was assigned to the front line to open up Wasteland. Going to the front line to open up Wasteland is basically a dead end. At this moment, a subordinate suddenly walked in and came to Lin Jiuxiao and whispered a few words. The anger on Lin Jiuxiao's face gradually dissipated, and he seemed to have regained his previous calmness. He laughed and looked at the silent Lin Xiao in the corner. Ha ha ha, brother Lin. Chen Beiyuan has accepted my invitation. When the time comes, I will talk to him personally and ask him to come forward to release him. Don't worry, no matter how arrogant and domineering he is, he has to give my Lin family a face. In his opinion, the fact that Chen Beiyuan would accept his invitation meant that Chen Beiyuan did not want to have too much trouble with the Lin family. Empire Club. This is a top club located in the capital of the Donghua Empire. It doesn't take money to get into it. You also need to have sufficient identity and be recommended by other members to enter. Here, you can see Heavenly King superstars and beauties who have great influence in the outside world everywhere, or rich people from all over the world who can cause an industry earthquake by just stamping their feet, as well as big shots from all walks of life. However, these big figures, who have great influence outside, are just low-level existences in the club and are used for decoration. The Imperial Club serves those children who are born into wealthy families, are born extraordinary, and almost control the lifeblood of the upper echelons of the entire empire. And the big shots, who desperately squeezed and just wanted to find a master for themselves by currying favor with the children of these aristocratic families. In the Empire Club, the Game of Thrones is being played all the time. But at this moment, in the banquet hall of the Empire Club, there was a slightly haggard and cold figure standing alone. Others around him subconsciously kept a sufficient distance from him. Pairs of strange eyes were more or less focused on the cold expression, either pursed lips and sneering, or with a sarcastic face, or with a complicated expression. Leng Ruobing's face was pale, and his eyes were full of worry and fatigue that could not be concealed. He was dressed in white clothes and plain skirt, like a delicate snow lotus standing on the ice peak. It's like if a gust of wind blows, it will be blown down. She was much thinner than before. Obviously, the luck heroine has been in a bad situation these past few days. The father is in a coma, the mother is missing, and the entire Long family is falling apart. In the past few days, she had begged almost everyone she could. But even if she was a good friend of her father, she was still a good friend of the Long family. Or maybe her friend was like seeing a god of plague when he saw her, for fear of being implicated in the slightest. This ice beauty, who was once one of the 4 beauties in Yinjing, has now become a joke. This is why there are rumors from the outside that she has been played by Mr. Chen, which makes many people who covet her fearful and afraid of getting into big trouble and dare not take action easily. Otherwise, it is natural to imagine what will happen to a woman who has lost her power and reliance, her family's influence, and her stunning beauty. I'm afraid that one night, he will disappear for no reason and appear in a little dark room for others to play with. Naturally, Leng Ruobing understood this very clearly. In the past few days, she had asked many people for help. During this period, some people had shown evil looks, but they quickly disappeared without a trace, for fear of bringing disaster to herself. I'm afraid even Leng Ruobing didn't expect that he was able to maintain his innocence because of the rumors about Chen Beiyuan. However, that's about it. Is there really no hope? Leng Ruobing stood there with a pale face and confused eyes. At this moment, she didn't notice that there was another pair of eyes staring at him not far away. Ruobing. Lin Xiao, who was dressed in a crisp suit and handsome, stood on the second floor, looking down at Leng Ruobing, who seemed to have been abandoned by the whole world, with a hint of distress in his eyes. Even though I had been slapped by Leng Ruobing for no reason before, I felt a little uncomfortable. But he knew very well that it was all because that D Chen Beiyuan secretly instigated, framed, and misunderstood Leng Ruobing. Deep in his heart, he still has feelings for the woman Leng Ruobing. Back then, when he spent everything he had to get into Donghua University and saw Leng Ruobing for the first time, he made up his mind that he would never marry this woman in his life. The lust of young people. No, it should be tempting, and it is always engraved in my heart. Ruobing, don't worry, I won't dislike you, and I will make up for your previous debts. Before, he had no background and had no choice but to watch the woman he loved being humiliated. Now that he has relied on the towering tree of the Donghua Lin family, the Leng family's troubles are no longer so unsolvable for him. I believe that as long as he takes action to solve the Leng family's troubles, Leng Ruobing will almost become his woman willingly. Thinking of this, Lin Xiao couldn't help but feel hot inside. He straightened his clothes and walked towards the hall, preparing to appear in front of Leng Ruobing as a savior. Shine a light on this woman who is confused and trapped in darkness. He could already imagine that when he stood in front of Leng Ruobing and protected the Leng family in the name of the Donghua Lin family, he would cause an uproar in the entire banquet and become the focus of everyone present. He's ready to show off. Boom. When Lin Xiao just entered the banquet hall, suddenly there was a burst of noise and commotion ahead. The countless big shots who were talking suddenly frowned, a little displeased. For a moment, all eyes subconsciously turned to the noble and majestic figure who strode into the Empire Club and banquet hall, causing commotion and noise. Even Leng Ruobing, who had his head lowered, was staring blankly at that familiar figure at this moment. In an instant, the whole place was silent. The entire banquet hall seemed to have pressed the pause button. But that noble and majestic figure had no influence at all, and even looked like a matter of course, as if his appearance was destined to become the focus of everyone. That's Master Chen? He actually came to the Empire Club. Young Master Chen? The mysterious young master of the Chen family in Donghua? That person has never attended any formal banquets and rarely appears in public. This is a real big shot. The young master of the Donghua Chen family has appointed the next heir, the future 8th Grade War Emperor, the most powerful second generation in the empire. Chen Beiyuan ignored the exclamations that echoed throughout the hall and walked towards a corner of the hall. He sat directly on the sofa in the corner and crossed his legs. His gaze swept across the entire place, with a strong sense of oppression, like an emperor patrolling his territory and people. And the moment he sat down, Leng Ruobing watched helplessly as those big shots, who had looked arrogant in front of her before now, seemed to have seen their master's pugs, going crazy and surrounding Chen Beiyuan. Many rich ladies from aristocratic families even walked over with blushing faces and blurry eyes. Master Chen, I, Huang Qinqiu, am the 28th richest man in the Donghua Empire. I own many international trading companies. Mr. Chen, I am Yun Xiao from the Yun family. When I followed my father to the Chen family, I had a halfway acquaintance with Mr. Chen. Young Master Chen, I am Xiaoqiu, the head of the Kuei family. My father is currently serving under the head of the Chen family. Mr. Chen, my name is Bai Jie. The smile on Lin Zhao's face instantly froze, and he stared at Chen Beiyuan, who was surrounded by countless people, trembling with anger. I haven't started showing off yet. UF ******ed me first? As the protagonist of A Miracle Doctor, Lin Zhao's habit of showing off and slapping him in the face has penetrated into Lin Zhao's bones. Although he was good at holding back, he had held it in for so long. If he couldn't let it out, might he be suffocating himself to death? Before, he was from a lower-class background, had no background, and had no backing, so he had to be cautious when doing things. Now that he has joined the Donghua Lin family, he naturally has great confidence. But now, before he started to show off, Chen Beiyuan directly stole the limelight. Lin Xiao, the son of fortune, was so angry, especially when he saw Leng Ruobing walking in the direction of Chen Beiyuan involuntarily, ignoring his existence. He only felt that his head was green. Chen Beiyuan. As the young master of the Chen family in Donghua, Chen Beiyuan is naturally the target of countless people's fawning. Unfortunately, the original person rarely appeared in public. Either practice walking the dog at home, or go to Donghua University to find Leng Ruobing. As a result, its mysterious image was created. Now, he took the initiative to show up at the banquet at the Empire Club, which naturally caused a stir. Many people who wanted to have a relationship with him immediately posted him. A rich man from the empire who has a net worth of tens of billions or hundreds of billions and wants to find a backer to protect him. There are strong practitioners who have been famous for a long time and want to seek refuge with a good master. There are fathers and grandfathers who have taken refuge under the Chen family, and they are considered half of the family's children. He comes from a wealthy family and wants to be a young man. There are enchanting young ladies who want to become famous instantly. Wealthy ladies. In just a few minutes, Chen Beiyuan casually pointed at a few people he liked and accepted them as dogs. The person who was pointed out seemed to have won a big prize, with a look of excitement on his face, and he almost couldn't restrain himself from shouting in excitement. The others who were not pointed out looked disappointed and frustrated. These days, being able to be a dog for a kid from a top family like Chen Beiyuan is an opportunity for defying the heavens and changing fate. Most of the time, the Donghua Chen family's tiger skin is enough to block many coveting and prying eyes. How many wealthy daughters and noble ladies are shameless and cold, but deep down in their hearts, they don't want to be Chen Beiyuan's canary outside. It's a pity that the people Chen Beiyuan picked are either rich people with a net worth of hundreds of billions, or their parents are involved with the Chen family and they know everything. As for women, not a single one. At this moment, a slightly thin and cold figure suddenly walked through the crowd and walked straight towards Chen Beiyuan. This sudden move naturally attracted the attention of countless people in an instant. Some wealthy daughters and ladies who were not selected could not help but sneer at this moment. Aren't you cheap? Young Master Chen is tired of playing with her, and he takes the initiative to stick to her. What are the four beauties in Yinjing? If it weren't for young Master Chen, she would be on the list. The other three are not comparable to her, a woman from a small family like her. That's right, she pretended to be so pure and cool yesterday, but in private, TSK, I heard she was the one who asked Mr. Chen to go to the hotel in the middle of the night. Leng Ruobing turned a deaf ear to the gossip that followed. She didn't know how many times she heard comments like this these days. Her black eyes with a faint mist stared straight at the indifferent Chen Beiyuan, with a trace of pity and tenderness on her face. She subconsciously grasped her dress with her hands and shouted in a low voice, "Beiyuan, is something wrong?" Chen Beiyuan was still sitting on the sofa with his legs crossed. His gloomy eyes were like black holes in the abyss, looking at Leng Ruobing in front of him. He could obviously sense that the mental state of this glamorous school beauty was obviously a little unstable. There is even a trend of collapse. Can you help me? Help the Leng family? My father has been in a coma for several days, and my mother has disappeared for several days. The Leng family members have either been taken away or disappeared for no reason, but I can't do anything. I know I was wrong before. Please help me. I beg you. Leng Ruobing stood there blankly, with an obvious tremor in his voice, no longer as cool and arrogant as before. After being beaten by reality for several consecutive days, the bleak world, and the miserable situation after the death of his family, a normal person would have gone crazy. The heroine of luck has been resisting for so long without completely breaking down, which can be regarded as a strong psychological quality. Nowadays, she is actually the only one left supporting the Leng family outside. The thin figure in white clothes and plain skirt has reached the limit at this moment and may fall down at any time. Seeing Leng Ruobing being tortured so miserably by reality, Chen Beiyuan was still very calm, without the slightest thought of pity. In the original work, the original person was tortured so much by this woman, and now he just wants her to come back bit by bit. Give me a reason to help you. Chen Beiyuan plays with taste. Leng Ruobing's bloodless face suddenly turned red, as if she noticed Chen Beiyuan's unscrupulous gaze, and whispered, "As long as you are willing to help me, I am yours. You can do whatever you want." "Shut up, Chen Beiyuan, you are going too far. Bullying a woman in public is nothing. Come at me if you can." Lin Xiao suddenly rushed out from the side, interrupting what Leng Ruobing was going to say next. At this moment, he could already feel a green light starting to appear on his head. Although he had sent Leng Ruobing to Chen Beiyuan's bed before and put on a hat on his own initiative, it was under forced circumstances. Now, what if we get another one? He won't agree. "Ruobing, don't worry. I have now joined the Donghua Lin family and recognized the head of the Lin family as my adoptive father. I have enough power to protect you and the Leng family." Lin Xiao immediately revealed his biggest trump card as soon as he appeared on the stage. Donghua Lin family, the adopted son of the head of the Lin family. The faces of the people around who were originally preparing to taunt him couldn't help but change their expressions and instantly became quiet. Even Leng Ruobing couldn't help but glance at Lin Xiao at this moment, but when she recalled the terror of the man sitting on the sofa in front of her, she silently lowered her head. Obviously, in the past few days, she has clearly understood the horror of Chen Beiyuan, and her heart has been branded with fear. She didn't think Lin Xiao could fight against Chen Beiyuan. If Chen Beiyuan doesn't speak, the Leng family's situation will probably never end. Looking at Leng Ruobing's lowered head, Lin Xiao's expression also turned ugly instantly. This was different from what he imagined. Shouldn't it be him who stepped forward, threw himself into the arms of a beautiful woman, and ridiculed his enemies in public? If you act like this, doesn't he become a complete clown? Snapped, snapped, snapped. Wonderful, wonderful. I can be so proud of having a father for myself. Let's not talk about whether your mother agrees or not. Fortunately, your own father died early. Otherwise, I'm afraid you will be angry to death. Ah, Lin Xiao. I can understand that you want a hero to save a beauty, but it's a pity that people don't like you as a hero and don't think you can save her. Chen Beiyuan clapped his hands and looked at Lin Xiao, who had an ugly expression in front of him. The corner of his mouth curled up slightly. As the saying goes, hitting someone in the face will kill someone and hurt their heart. Chen Beiyuan's words almost swollen the face of Lin Xiao, the miracle doctor. What does it mean to show off and get slapped instead? That's it. Lin Xiao's face instantly turned green. He thought he was eloquent enough. But Chen Beiyuan's mouth can make even a dead person angry to death. You. He wanted to retort. But looking at Leng Ruobing, who was hanging his head next to him, he didn't know how to retort for a moment. The hero is intentional, but the beauty is ruthless. If people don't want him to save them, what can he do? Leng Ruobing, it seems that Lin Xiao is really passionate about you. Beiyuan, I'm not familiar with him. Facing Chen Beiyuan's profound words, Leng Ruobing's delicate body trembled and she quickly explained. This move undoubtedly caused tons of psychological damage to Lin Xiao, the miracle doctor protagonist. However, Chen Beiyuan still did not stop the combo, but turned his target towards him. Lin Xiao, it seems that you really like Leng Ruobing and always like to stand up for her. However, Luo Hua is intentional, Lu Shui is ruthless, and Leng Ruobing obviously has no feelings for you. In this way, you and I can be considered acquainted, and I will give you a chance. As long as you cut off one of your arms, I can consider stopping all the forces targeting the Long family and erasing all the previous things. What do you think? This is the best test for your love for Leng Ruobing. Chen Beiyuan's abyss-like, bewitching and demonic whispers resounded in the banquet hall, immediately causing drastic changes in the faces of Leng Ruobing and Lin Xiao. Chen Beiyuan, don't try to deceive people. Lin Zhao's expression changed slightly, and he immediately understood Chen Beiyuan's evil intentions and quickly explained to Leng Ruobing. Ruobing, Chen Beiyuan's words are not trustworthy. Believe me, I have joined the Donghua Lin family. The Lin family and the Chen family are both the top families in the empire. They will definitely be able to protect you and the Leng family. A look of hesitation seemed to flash across Leng Ruobing's face. But at this moment, Chen Beiyuan's confusing words appeared again. So you are so powerful, but how could I remember that your godfather Cheong Baizong has been sent to the front line to open up Wasteland? Is it because you are not capable, or the Lin family is not good enough? You can't even save your own godfather, so you expect to save others? As soon as these words came out, Lin Zhao's confident face instantly stiffened and his eyes became ferocious. This was clearly poking his lung tube, still the kind that stabs you to death. Seeing Lin Zhao's expression, the last glimmer of hope in Leng Ruobing's eyes completely dimmed. You can't even protect your own godfather. How can you expect him to protect Leng's family? That's really bullshit. Seeing Lin Xiao choked and speechless, Chen Beiyuan smiled lightly and continued. Lin Xiao, what I just said is still valid. As long as you cut off an arm, I can consider letting the Leng family go. Think about it carefully, you just lost a hand, but it is possible to gain love. You don't dare, right? It's just one hand, a manly man. If it were me, I would chop them both without even blinking. Faced with Chen Beiyuan's sinister tone, Lin Zhao's face instantly turned red with anger, and he was shaking with anger. Some people in the surrounding crowd couldn't help laughing. Even Leng Ruobing had his head lowered at the moment, his shoulders were shaking, his expression looked down, and he didn't know whether he was crying or laughing. It seems that your love for Leng Ruobing is nothing more than this. You are not even willing to pay such a small price. So, let me add more chips. Your godfather, who is assigned to the front line to open up Wasteland, should still be halfway there, and has not actually arrived at the prison camp. I can speak and have him be brought back. The price just now remains the same. I only want one of your hands. Now, it's your turn to give me an answer. Are love and family affection worth one of your hands? Chen Beiyuan once again added fuel to the fire, directly forcing Lin Xiao into a desperate situation. At this moment, he was like a demon in human skin, constantly threatening and tempting, beguiling people's hearts and forcing Lin Xiao to make a choice. Lin Zhao's expression changed completely. He gritted his teeth and looked at Chen Beiyuan. He felt chills all over his body. For the first time, he felt the terror of Chen Beiyuan. Use words and power as sharp blades, and family affection and love as cages. It almost forced him into a point of no return. This is almost a dead end. Yes, that's a hand. If you don't agree, you will be labeled as ungrateful, heartless, and unjust. Once this big label is attached to him, who will dare to trust him or use him in the future? His reputation is completely ruined. As for silence? Haha, this kind of thing requires silence. Everyone knows what he is. At this moment, Lin Xiao felt that Chen Beiyuan's calm gaze had almost seen through his selfish nature and set a trap for him. This man's grasp of the human heart is simply unparalleled. At this moment, even the eyes of the people around him changed when they looked at Chen Beiyuan, and there was obviously a deeper sense of awe and fear in their eyes. It seems that family affection and love are not as good as one of your hands. It's really disappointing. Let's do this. I'll give you one last chance. Just kneel down and kowtow to me. Chen Beiyuan looked at Lin Xiao with a sinister expression. Suddenly his tone changed and he spoke. He knew very well that with Lin Xiao's character, it was impossible for him to cut off his arm. Snapped. No hesitation. Lin Xiao knelt down decisively and gave Chen Beiyuan a hard knock in front of everyone. The speed and force were so fast that the floor tiles were broken into pieces. Many people present had no time to react. Chen Beiyuan, keep your word. I was silent just now, just because I thought that one hand could make my godfather and Leng Ruobing escape from the sea of bitterness. I was so excited that I didn't react for a while. After I reacted, since if the conditions are lowered, it has nothing to do with me. Lin Xiao made up for his silence just now without changing his expression. As for whether other people believe it or not, that has nothing to do with him. And judging from the sneering faces around him, it was obvious that no one believed his sophistry. But Lin Xiao didn't care at all, and secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, Chen Beiyuan couldn't calm down and took the initiative to lower his demands. It actually gave him a glimmer of hope from a dead situation. He stared straight at Chen Beiyuan and his tone became more serious. Chen Beiyuan, I have fulfilled your request. Now it is your turn to fulfill your promise. Faced with Lin Zhao's glaring gaze and Leng Ruobing's eyes that instantly became expectant, Chen Beiyuan smiled calmly and sat on the sofa, holding his chin with his right hand. You are still too young. Do you believe this? I just said I would think about it, but I didn't really agree. Let's do this. You knock a few more times and I'll think about it a few more times. Maybe I'll agree if I'm in a good mood. Chen Beiyuan, URF asterisk 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 G playing with me. Chen Beiyuan, URF asterisk 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 G playing with me. Lin Xiao instantly became furious with the three corpse gods. The other party made it clear that they were treating him like a monkey. You just know it. Chen Beiyuan leaned on the sofa, looking at the angry monkey in front of him with a surprised look on his face, and sighed helplessly. How did you survive until now with a brain like yours? Poof. A wealthy lady with a plump figure and enchanting temperament couldn't help laughing. I just realized it at this time. It seems that my brain is really not working well. I'm laughing so hard. You have such a stupid brain, and you still want to play with Mr. Chen? The upright and awe-inspiring person you pretended to be just now turned out to be useless. Other people around were also infected by the lady's laughter and couldn't help laughing. Looking at Lin Xiao was like looking at a monkey being played with. The entire banquet hall was instantly filled with a cheerful atmosphere. Chen Beiyuan, you are looking for death. Lin Xiao could only feel his blood rising at this moment. He couldn't help but want to take action and smash the annoying face of Chen Beiyuan in front of him. With the support of the Lin family, he is naturally not afraid of Chen Beiyuan's little tricks. Since the success of Dragon Transformation, he has successfully practiced the Extreme Profundities Dragon Transformation Sutra, and his combat power is dozens of times stronger than what he was at Donghua Academy before, and far stronger than Chen Beiyuan at that time. At this moment, he is confident that he can fight Chen Beiyuan head-on. As long as he can show the strength to fight against Chen Beiyuan, his name will be spread throughout Yanjing by tonight. By then, the Lin family's attention to him will also increase significantly. At that time, it would be even better if we could successfully arouse the conflict between the two behemoths, the Lin family and the Chen family, and let each other fight with each other. Lin Xiao, stop. Just when Lin Xiao was about to take action, a slightly cold voice suddenly sounded from behind him. Lin Jiuxiao strode down from the second floor with a sinister look on his face. Behind him, there was a figure wearing a black cloak whose appearance was unclear. Seeing the appearance of the third young master of the Lin family, there was another wave of exclamations at the scene. Obviously, many people have realized that something is going to happen at today's banquet. Damn it! Seeing that the person coming was Lin Jiuxiao, although Lin Xiao felt a little pity, he still had the idea to take action. Originally, according to the initial plan, he and Lin Jiuxiao should have negotiated with Chen Beiyuan. It's a pity that Lin Jiuxiao received some news halfway, saying that he wanted to deal with it first, and left for a while. I didn't expect to come back so soon. Lin Jiuxiao came to the hall with a cold face, looked at the situation in front of him, and looked coldly at Chen Beiyuan on the sofa. Chen Beiyuan, what do you mean? You asked that little b asterisk 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 d by use it to destroy my place, arrest my people, lead me away, and then want to blatantly mess with my Lin family members. Lin Jiuxiao is so angry. It should have been a good negotiation. As a result, he received the news that his business was destroyed by Yuza. What's even more annoying is that a woman he raised outside was captured by Beiyuan. In a rage, he was naturally ready to settle the score with Beiyuan. However, when he was halfway there, he realized that it was most likely a ploy to lure the tiger away from the mountain and hurried back. Sure enough, I happened to see Lin Xiao being angered and preparing to take action. Suddenly, Lin Jiuxiao seemed to notice the presence of Leng Ruobing next to her. Her eyes seemed a little stunned by this cool school beauty, and a trace of greed flashed in her eyes. His little move seemed hidden, but how could he escape the attention of Chen Beiyuan and Lin Xiao? Even Leng Ruobing, who was involved, noticed it. According to outside rumors, Lin Jiuxiao, a young man from an aristocratic family, is very lustful and especially loves wives. Wow, mother Lin Lao-san, how dare you talk to my brother-in-law like this? You are eating shit. You talk like shit. Beiyu's arrogant and domineering voice suddenly appeared from outside. I saw him walking into the banquet hall casually, his face full of defiance, and he didn't give Lin Jiuxiao any face. For a moment, everyone in the banquet hall was numb. An ordinary wine banquet actually came with people from 3 top aristocratic families, the Chen family, Lin family, and Bai family. Some of them noticed that the situation was not good and were afraid of harming Chiyu, and they began to sneak away quietly. Beiyuan, you still showed up in front of me. You ruined my place and stole my woman. I will settle the score with you later. Lin Jiuxiao gave Beiyuan a fierce look, wishing to cut him into pieces, but he still suppressed the anger in his heart and looked straight at Chen Beiyuan, who was sitting on the sofa indifferently. Chen Beiyuan, is this your attitude towards negotiation? I want an explanation. Who are you? You want to explain to me? Chen Beiyuan sneered. Looking at Lin Jiuxiao was like looking at an unknown clown. In the original work, the 3rd young master of the Lin family is extremely ambitious and wants to dominate the Lin family, but due to his own strength and status, he has been unable to do so. Later, he met Lin Xiao, son of fortune, and they were like each other. Lin Xiao first helped him kill his eldest brother and successfully became the next heir of the Lin family. Later, after his father learned that Lin Jiuxiao had killed his eldest brother, he decisively strangled his own father to death and directly ascended the throne and became the head of the Lin family. After that, he wholeheartedly supported Lin Xiao in dealing with the Qin family. This is a wolf-hearted B***************, D, who would even kill his own eldest brother and father, just to get the upper hand. Immediately, he said without mercy, "Your eldest brother is dead? Did the Lin family choose you to be their heir? Are you qualified to negotiate with me? Are you still asking for an explanation? Where do you get the confidence?" As soon as these words came out, Lin Jiuxiao was completely off guard. This really poked his lungs. Because, in the Lin family, he is just the 3rd child. Above him, there is a 2nd sister and an eldest brother. The heir to the Lin family is his eldest brother Lin Jiuzhou. In terms of status, he and Chen Beiyuan are not equal at all. Only the heirs of the family can represent the family. The rest don't have this right. He finally understood that Chen Beiyuan had no intention of negotiating with him from beginning to end, and was clearly just playing tricks on him. Okay, Chen Beiyuan, do you know how serious the consequences of teasing the Lin family will be? Lin Jiuxiao was extremely angry and laughed instead. Anyone who knows him well knows that the 3rd young master of the Lin family is completely angry. Lin family? Are you a young man qualified to represent the Lin family? That's fine. I will just assume that your eldest brother is really dead, and you will be the heir of the Lin family. I, the young master of the Chen family, the future head of the Chen family, I can represent the Chen family. Now, tell me, what does the Lin family want to do? Want to start a war with my Chen family? Chen Beiyuan looked serious and slowly stood up from the sofa. He looked directly at Lin Jiuxiao in front of him for the first time and said in a calm voice. In an instant, the whole place was silent. Chen family, Lin, the 2 strongest mountains of the imperial military, were actually facing each other. I'm afraid this is not going to break the sky. At this moment, the entire club fell into deathly silence. In an instant, everyone's eyes focused on Chen Beiyuan and Lin Jiuxiao. Lin Jiuxiao's pupils shrank, and her sinister face instantly turned the color of pig liver. He stared hard at Chen Beiyuan, who was younger than him, with a look of resentment flashing in his eyes. He was actually cornered by a kid who had just turned 18. Why don't you give me face? Why don't you give me face? Why can you become the heir of the Chen family at such a young age? He is also known as the young king who is destined to dominate the younger generation. And he is just what others call a dandy. Even his eldest brother doesn't think highly of him. He just wants to do something to make the Lin family recognize him. Jealousy, unwillingness, resentment. A series of negative emotions began to surge in my heart. But at this time, can he be cowardly? If he gets cold feet, he will slap the Lin family in the face. At this moment, I am already riding a tiger. If he just gave up, he would probably become a joke in the mouths of the children of the aristocratic family. He didn't believe it. The Chen family was really that powerful. They are all top aristocratic families. Is it possible that they can still suppress the Lin family? Behind him, the Lin family protector Taoist, who was wearing a black cloak, changed his expression slightly and wanted to stop him, but he was a step too late. Let's start a war. The Lin family, will still be afraid of your Chen family. Tomorrow, the war begins. Lin Jiuxiao suppressed the anxiety and resentment in her heart, looked directly at the oppressive and angry Chen Beiyuan in front of her, and roared angrily. But for some reason, his roar sounded a bit harsh and lacked confidence. Obviously, he also knew that he did not have the ability to represent the Lin family. The reason why they said the war would start tomorrow was just a clever trick to hold up the scene and delay time. However, how could Chen Beiyuan not see what he was thinking? The reason why he was personally invited to the Empire Club tonight. Isn't it just here to make use of the topic? How is that possible if we don't make some noise? If the boss doesn't bang the second child from time to time, I'm afraid the second child will really have other thoughts. How dare the third son of the Lin family talk to him, the young master of the Chen family, like this? Do you really think that the Chen family is a soft persimmon? Since we have decided to start a war, why wait until tomorrow? That's it now. Chen Beiyuan didn't give Lin Jiuxiao a chance to regret it and took out a black token from his waist. On the black token, there is a word, Chen. This is clearly the identity token of the young master of the Chen family. This token is not only a symbol of status and rights, but also can mobilize most of the power of the entire Donghua Chen family for one's own use. If something happens to the head of the family, you can use this token to temporarily control the entire Chen family and replace the head of the family. Chen Beiyuan directly activated the black token in his hand. Tonight, I have uprooted all the Lin family's properties in Yinjing and all the affiliated family forces. In an instant, his words resounded throughout the Empire Club like thunder. Through special channels, he directly appeared among all the Chen family's children in the entire Yinjing city, as well as the ears of all the affiliated forces under his command. In an instant, the entire Yinjing city was shocked. As if they had received orders from their masters, the countless hawks and minions under the Chen family started to move crazily towards the Lin family's properties without any hesitation. All affiliated forces of the Lin family also began to suffer a violent blow. Such a large-scale conflict instantly attracted the attention of all forces in Yinjing City. Empire Club. For a moment, everyone's expressions changed. This is so serious. The Chen family and the Lin family are really at war. At this moment, they could vaguely hear the sounds of shouting and killing outside. Lin Xiao, the miracle doctor protagonist, looked at Chen Beiyuan in disbelief. He never imagined that the power of the other party could be so terrifying. One word can drive countless people to charge into battle. With a wave of your hand, you can set off a violent storm. Is this the right of the heir to a top family? Although he has overestimated Chen Beiyuan's terrifying power again and again. But after all, I still didn't expect that I still underestimated the other party. Lin Jiuxiao was not on the same level as this man at all. Is this the power of power? Lin Xiao looked at Chen Beiyuan in silence. His breathing became a little faster, and there seemed to be some kind of throbbing in his heart, as if something was taking root and sprouting quickly. Leng Ruobing stared blankly at the powerful and domineering Chen Beiyuan in front of him. He felt his heartbeat beating rapidly and his legs felt weak. Power is not only a poison that makes men obsessed, but it is not weak at all to women. Brother-in-law. Awesome. Beiyuan, who was standing aside, looked at his domineering brother-in-law with yearning. The most he could do just now was destroy this guy Lin Jiuxiao situation. As a result, his brother-in-law immediately destroyed the entire Lin family's property in Yinjing and all the affiliated forces. This was almost like stepping on the faces of the entire Lin family to the ground. Only such a domineering and arrogant man is qualified to be his brother-in-law. Damn it! Lin Jiuxiao's face was pale at this moment, and the coldness on his face disappeared without a trace in an instant, replaced by panic and anger visible to the naked eye. He looked at Chen Beiyuan as if he were looking at a madman. He said he would start a war, but he was just trying to hold up the scene. Are you serious? The matter is so big. No matter how it ends, his end will not be too good. Not even if his father is the head of the Lin family. Chen Beiyuan, do you know what you did? The Lin family will not let you go, and my eldest brother will not let you go. You are dead. You are dead. My elder brother will definitely. Lin Jiuxiao was obviously panicking at this moment. Not only did he start talking indiscriminately, but he also moved his eldest brother out. You'd better take care of yourself first. For the sake of the Lin family, I have tolerated you enough. At this time, you still dare to talk to me like this? Who are you? Chen Beiyuan's face turned cold, and he punched him directly. Boom. It was just an ordinary punch without any fighting spirit attached, but it caused an instant burst of energy. As the fist waved, a terrifying strong wind of level 7 or 8 was set off, overturning the entire banquet floor. In an instant, the expressions of everyone in the entire banquet hall changed dramatically, and they were running around wildly. A sense of death crisis instantly enveloped Lin Jiuxiao. His cold face lost all color for an instant, and his mind went blank. The cultivation of a 4th-grade warrior seemed to have become a decoration at this moment. At this moment, Lin Jiuxiao seemed to see the shadow of his eldest brother Lin Jiuzhou and Chen Beiyuan in front of him. They are all so domineering, so powerful, and so invincible. Shan, save me quickly. Not good. The black-robed Taoist who had been standing behind Lin Jiuxiao changed his expression, and the cultivation of the 7th-grade war emperor instantly burst out, trying to stop him. If Lin Jiuxiao died, he would probably be buried with him. Swish. But at this moment, a broken knife suddenly appeared and was placed on his neck, making his hair stand on end and freezing in place. Old Chen, who had a broken arm, appeared behind him at some point, with a pair of white eyes looking at him silently. It was obvious that if he dared to move again, he would be beheaded in an instant. Both of them were Taoists from top families, and both were 7th-grade war emperors. The gap between them was immediately clear. They were not of the same level at all. No. Lin Jiuxiao saw this scene and immediately showed a desperate expression. Ashen was the Taoist specially assigned to him by the family, and he was also the trump card that allowed him to be arrogant and domineering, and no one could provoke him. But now, he was subdued so easily. Seeing Chen Beiyuan's fist getting closer and closer to his head, the muscles on Lin Jiuxiao's face trembled wildly, and his hair was blown backwards by the wind. Under the pressure of death, his crotch was instantly wet and warm, and he lost control of his bladder on the spot. Seeing Lin Jiuxiao trapped in a dead end, Lin Zhao's expression changed slightly, and he subconsciously wanted to stop him, but he suddenly remembered something. Wait, if Lin Jiuxiao dies in Chen Beiyuan's hands, the Lin family will probably turn against the Chen family, and I will be able to take advantage of the situation. No, if Lin Jiuxiao dies, Chen Beiyuan may not be in trouble. After all, he is the young master of the Chen family. Instead, as the person involved, I will definitely attract the anger of the Lin family. At that time, I will not only lose the biggest backer of the Lin family, but also have to face the suppression of Chen Beiyuan. At that time, I will really be courting death? Damn it, Chen Beiyuan seems to want to kill Lin Jiuxiao, but in fact he wants to cut off my connection with the Lin family. Lin Xiao felt chilled when he thought that he was very likely to be hunted down by the two top families. This killing plan is not only aimed at Lin Jiuxiao, but also at him. Chen Beiyuan, what a deep scheming. But when he reacted, his hand was a moment slower. It was this moment slower that missed the best opportunity. Seeing that Lin Jiuxiao was about to die, a dark phantom suddenly appeared in the banquet hall. He grabbed Lin Jiuxiao, who was frozen in place, with one hand and protected him behind him. Then he punched Chen Beiyuan. Seeing the newcomer actually gave him a chilling sense of crisis. Chen Beiyuan couldn't help but feel a sense of joy from the bottom of his heart. Come on. Boom. The terrifying impact collided instantly. The entire banquet hall was instantly rippled by the aftermath of pure power. It was as if two terrifying monsters collided head-on. Huge cracks appeared on the ground. Chen Beiyuan stood in place, standing tall, not retreating a step. The dark phantom suddenly changed his face and felt his fist bones tremble. He couldn't bear the pressure of the collision and was directly knocked back several steps by Chen Beiyuan. Trample, trample, trample. Suddenly there were several deep footprints on the ground. It was forcibly unloaded to the ground through a special force dissipation method. When the dark phantom stopped, his true face was instantly exposed to everyone's sight. That face was strikingly similar to Lin Jiuxiao's, but it was indeed colder and calmer. In an instant, someone from the Empire Club recognized the person's identity. Lin Jiuzhou. It's Lin Jiuzhou, the heir to the Donghua Lin family. This man is 32 years old. It is said that he broke through the 6th grade War King last year and is one of the strongest top monsters in the empire. Chen Beiyuan is only a 5th grade War Master. He has not yet been trained to be highly integrated with his own fighting spirit. However, he actually defeated Lin Jiuzhou in a pure strength competition and forced him to take several steps back. How terrifying must his physical body be? How terrifying! Could it be that the prophecy of the Lord of Heavenly Secrets Pavilion is true? Chen Beiyuan will become the young king who will surpass all the younger generations in 10 years. In an instant, the entire banquet hall was screaming in surprise and disbelief. A pair of eyes were staring at the confrontation ahead. Damn it! Is this guy a ferocious beast in human skin? In terms of physical body, he is as good as that lunatic from the Zhu family. He is 18 years old. Lin Jiuzhou had a stern face, but a look of astonishment flashed deep in his eyes. He never thought that one day he would be defeated by an 18-year-old brat in a physical competition. His eyes gradually became solemn, no longer showing the slightest contempt, and he obviously regarded Chen Beiyuan as a being on the same level. At this moment, Chen Beiyuan was also sizing up Lin Jiuzhou, who suddenly appeared in front of him. The top monster of the Donghua Empire is not simple either. You must know that his body has been bathed in dragon blood and blessed with dragon blood Dao fruit, and has reached a level comparable to that of a 6th grade magic weapon. The opponent was actually able to block it head-on and forcefully remove it using force dissipation. His physical strength is definitely not weak. At least it is comparable to that of a 5th grade divine weapon. And the speed of the ghost that just appeared suddenly is far beyond what the ordinary 6th grade War King can compare with. This person even possesses the legendary top fighting spirit, Tao Dai. It is said that once it manifests, it can swallow everything in the world. In the original work, this monster of the Lin family even had a strong record of attacking and killing the 7th grade War King and the 6th grade War King. He was also a terrifying being who could fight beyond the level. This man is ruthless, and resourceful, like a poisonous snake hiding in the dark. It's a pity that he died tragically in the hands of his own brother and Lin Xiao. Just as the two were confronting each other, Lin Jiuxiao, who was scared to the side and peed, also came to his senses at this moment. Especially when he saw the elder brother protecting him in front of him, his pale face instantly turned ferocious and terrifying. Obviously, the scene where he was almost killed by Chen Beiyuan just now left a big psychological shadow on him. Brother, kill him, kill him. This little b*** D actually wants to kill me. Kill him for me. I want him to live and die. Snapped. Lin Jiuzhou responded with a slap, hitting him hard on the face and instantly swollen him. Lin Jiuxiao froze on the spot for a moment, looking at his eldest brother in disbelief. "Shut up. It's not your turn to speak here." After Lin Jiuzhou finished angrily, he looked at Chen Beiyuan. A smile appeared on his stern face. "Sorry, Beiyuan, the Lin family has pampered Jiuxiao too much over the years, causing him to be too arrogant and domineering. I am here to apologize to you on his behalf." Lin Jiuzhou actually apologized. For a moment, everyone present took a breath, feeling incredible. You must know that this monster is a member of the younger generation of the empire who has been famous for a long time, and his strength is not inferior to that of some strong men of the older generation. He even manifested the Tao Tai, fighting spirit, and swallowed alive a 7th grade war emperor. Among the many younger generation monsters in the empire, Lin Jiuzhou is also ranked in the top 5. In contrast, Chen Beiyuan is a rising star of the new generation. After all, Chen Beiyuan is too young. He is only 18 years old now. But with the invincible power that just forced Lin Jiuzhou back with one punch, who dares to underestimate the young master of the Chen family? At this moment, everyone's attention was focused on Chen Beiyuan, wanting to see how the young master of the Chen family would react. The heir to the Lin family and the future head of the Lin family took the initiative to apologize. This is undoubtedly a huge honor. If it had been someone else, they might have gone down the stairs at this moment. It's a pity that the person Lin Jiuzhou is facing at this moment is called Chen Beiyuan. Is he arrogant and domineering? I think it shows his true nature. Just now, he represented the Lin family and wanted to start a war with my Chen family. So the question is, before you die, your brother can represent the Lin family? Or should you say that the Lin family has started from the beginning? Are you planning to start a war with me in the end? Chen Beiyuan's eyes were dim and his face was indifferent, and he said calmly. He obviously had no idea of exposing it directly. He came to the Empire Club today just to step on the Lin family. How could he let him go so easily? You just want to brush it off with just one sentence? How come you have such a big face? Lin Jiuzhou's expression changed slightly, and he slapped Lin Jiuxiao hard on the face with his backhand, instantly knocking him to the ground and angrily saying, "Who asked you to represent the Lin family? Are you qualified for this? It seems that I haven't disciplined you for too long, which has caused you to lose your sense of awe, and you actually dare to act recklessly outside under the banner of the Lin family." After Lin Jiuzhou finished angrily, he ignored his beaten brother on the ground and looked at Chen Beiyuan again. However, this time, there was no smile on his face, and his voice was a bit colder. Are the Chen family satisfied with this explanation? Not enough. Chen Beiyuan said calmly. Now, the initiative is in his hands. Unless the Lin family really wants to go to war with the Chen family, they must give him an explanation. Again, the third son of the Lin family dares to fall out with him, the young master of the Chen family. Does he really think that the Chen family is a soft persimmon? Do you have the strength to start a war with my Chen family? Over the years, the Chen family has been ranked first in the imperial military. Apart from fighting alien ferocious beasts, when they have nothing to do, they like to beat up the Lin family's second in command. Let this guy not have any other little thoughts. Snapped. Lin Jiuzhou slapped him again with his backhand. Lin Jiuxiao, who was on the ground, suddenly trembled with fear. However, this time it was not Lin Jiuxiao who was slapped to the ground, but it was Lin Xiao who was watching the show from the sidelines. A Lin Xiao? He was watching a show and got a big punch for no reason? What a bully. Jiuxiao did something wrong. Why didn't you stop him? The Lin family's food was for free? Jiuxiao made a mistake by speaking rudely. If you didn't help stop him, the mistake would be even bigger. Jiuxiao has learned bad things over the years just because he has people like you around him. Lin Jiuzhou ignored Lin Zhao's confused expression and scolded angrily. Lin Zhao's face instantly darkened after being slapped for no reason, and he almost couldn't help but fall out. You mad? You don't know what kind of chicken your brother is? Why did he become evil because of me? I have only known him for a few days. You feel so sorry for your brother that you can't bear to continue beating me. Why don't you just hit me? Damn thing. But the thought of falling out with Lin Zhuzhou, the heir to the Lin family, is almost equivalent to falling out with the Lin family. At that time, the Lin family will be completely lost as a backer, and there will be no room for maneuver. Lin Xiao, the protagonist who is a miracle doctor, could only endure the frustration in his heart and continue to use his native skills as the protagonist. Forbearance. Are the Chen family satisfied with this explanation? Lin Zhuzhou looked straight at Chen Beiyuan with a cold face. Not enough. Chen Beiyuan said calmly. Not enough. Snapped. Another slap. Not enough. Snapped. Another slap. Not enough. Snapped. Another slap. Not his own brother. Lin Zhuzhou was really hard at slapping him in the face without any hesitation. In an instant, Lin Xiao activated his forbearance skill at least 5 times. That upright and awe-inspiring face was directly beaten into a pig's head. His fists were clenched and shaking. But it still doesn't happen now. He is worthy of being the protagonist of a miracle doctor. Looking at that look, Chen Beiyuan felt distressed. He had never used that much force against Lin Xiao. Lin Zhuzhou tried so hard that he just jumped up and kicked, for fear that it would not be enough. Lin Zhuzhou, who was on the ground, saw that Lin Xiao was beaten so badly by his elder brother, so he chose to pretend to be dead without making a sound, for fear that if he made a sound, it would be his turn to be slapped. The Chen family is still not satisfied? Lin Zhuzhou's face turned completely cold at this moment. The gaze he looked at Chen Beiyuan also became cold. He, the dignified young master of the Lin family, had already given Chen Beiyuan enough face and humbled him enough. If Chen Beiyuan is still not satisfied, he can only fight. As the saying goes, all clay figures have a certain amount of anger. The Lin family is not a fool. Faced with Lin Zhuzhou's almost questioning attitude, Chen Beiyuan did not give in at all and said tit for tat. Not enough. What? You want to fight with me? Suddenly, the entire Empire Club was instantly enveloped in a chilling atmosphere. The two terrifying auras began to rise crazily and collided fiercely. The two prodigies, the younger generation of the Empire, seemed likely to take action at any time. At this moment, a crisp sound of footsteps suddenly appeared, immediately attracting the attention of the two people confronting each other. When they saw the person coming, Chen Beiyuan and Lin Zhuzhou raised their eyebrows slightly and subconsciously retracted the terrifying aura that had erupted. I saw that the person coming was suddenly a person wearing a snow-white dress with golden lines inlaid on the skirt, vaguely revealing a lifelike phoenix. The exposed skin was fair and beautiful, with a pair of perfectly proportioned long legs, and a woman with a natural noble and majestic temperament. As soon as she appeared on the stage, she instantly stunned everyone. He compared all the rich and wealthy ladies present. Empire Club can be named in the name of the empire, and the power behind it can naturally be imagined. Naturally, it is the imperial family. The owner behind this top club is His Highness the 6th Prince of the Donghua Empire, Zhang Yunhua. The Empire Club has a royal background. Since its establishment, most of those who dare to cause trouble here will end up miserable. Once upon a time, a young man from a wealthy family, relying on his family's powerful power and having an ancestor who was at the peak of the 7th Grade War Emperor, directly molested the club's employees, and the family behind him subsequently suffered unprecedented suppression. In the end, it was the head of the wealthy family who brought the erring family member to his door to plead guilty, and paid a huge price to reveal the matter. After that, the name and rules of the Imperial Club spread throughout Yinjing City instantly. Countless big shots regarded as a good place for socializing. It's a pity that today's Imperial Club has encountered a difficult situation. Donghua Qinjia, Chen Beiyuan. Donghua Lin family, Lin Zhuzhou. The heirs of two top aristocratic families clashed at the Empire Club, and the two top aristocratic families even looked like they were going to fight. These two don't care about any bullshit rules in your Empire Club. They are the ones who make the rules themselves. The general manager of the Empire Club, Jiang Beige, who was born in a branch of the royal family and has the cultivation of 7th Grade War Emperor, knows very well that he is a big shot in front of others. But in front of these two uncles, they were like ants, they could be crushed to death at will. He is not qualified to go up to break up the fight, and he does not dare to go up to break up the fight. If he goes up to break up the fight, he will die. Only by informing the master of the Empire Club, His Highness the Sixth Prince of the Donghua Empire, Jiang Yunhua, and having this representative of the royal family come forward, can he be qualified to stop the two young masters of the top aristocratic families. Your Highness. Zhang Beige, who has white hair and is over 100 years old, secretly breathed a sigh of relief when he saw His Highness the Sixth Prince Jiang Yunhua arrive before the two of them took action. He quickly wiped the cold sweat from his forehead, followed, and stood behind him. Young Master Lin, can you give Yunhua a thin noodle? His Highness Jiang Yunhua's gaze first paused for a moment on Chen Beiyuan's expression, and then he looked at Lin Jiuzhou as if something strange had flashed across his face. When His Highness Sixth Prince opens his mouth, Lin will naturally not refuse. The moment Lin Jiuzhou met Jiang Yunhua, a hint of surprise flashed in his eyes, and immediately he walked down the steps. The face of the imperial family must still be given. As the most beloved daughter of Emperor Donghua, Jiang Yunhua's status was already special. Coupled with the royal family's resource tilt, his strength is enough to rank among the top of the younger generation of the empire. Most of the time, Lin Jiuzhou didn't mind giving face to the sixth prince of the empire. Of course, part of the reason is that he doesn't want to have a direct conflict with Chen Beiyuan and the Chen family behind him so soon. After all, the matter on the border front regarding the distribution of interests in alien territories has not yet ended, and the Lin family has not eaten the meat yet. It is indeed unwise to offend the Chen family at this time. Seeing Lin Jiuzhou express his attitude, Jiang Yunhua also breathed a sigh of relief and immediately looked at Chen Beiyuan, who was standing with his hands behind his hands. His beautiful and stunning face seemed to have changed a little, and even his tone became a little softer. Beiyuan, what did you say? One is called Young Master Lin and the other is called Beiyuan. Even a fool can see the closeness and distance between them. 6 years ago, the imperial royal family intended to marry the Chen family of Donghua. The one chosen for marriage was His Highness Jiang Yunhua. This sixth highness almost became Chen Beiyuan's fiancé back then. Since you are the one to ask, I will naturally not refuse. Chen Beiyuan met Jiang Yunhua's gaze, his deep and cold eyes filled with an evil spirit. He was extremely handsome, and his angular and stern face grinned with a hint of smile. Jiang Yunhua's identity as a woman is extremely special. She is also one of the lucky heroines of Urban Medical God Xiala. In the original work, the emperor's daughter hid her identity and entered a dangerous secret realm. However, she was attacked by a powerful alien race and was seriously injured. However, she was discovered by Son of Fortune Lin Xiao and treated her. Therefore, the emperor's daughter had some affection for Lin Xiao and always wanted to repay him. Soon, during a major crisis, Lin Xiao encountered danger and was caught by Chen Beiyuan, the destined villain, and was tortured. At the critical moment, Jiang Yunhua learned of the matter and approached Chen Beiyuan personally, volunteering to sacrifice his life in exchange for Lin Xiao's life. Afterwards, Lin Xiao moved a lot of people and said that he didn't mind and he would marry her. However, what Lin Xiao didn't know at the time was that Jiang Yunhua, the heroine of luck, had always had a special affection for Chen Beiyuan, the destined villain. Whether her active devotion was really to save people, or whether she simply wanted to do something with Chen Beiyuan, I am afraid only the person involved will know. After the sacrifice, Jiang Yunhua said that we have no relationship, so he no longer paid attention to Lin Xiao, the Son of Fortune. However, as the Son of Fortune, Lin Xiao believed that Jiang Yunhua was deliberately provoking him and trying to make him work harder. Because every time something happened to him, Jiang Yunhua couldn't wait to go to the Chen family to find Chen Beiyuan and suffered all the humiliation. However, what Lin Xiao didn't know was that Jiang Yunhua would also go to the Chen family when nothing happened to him. In the previous life, Chen Beiyuan was shocked when he saw the detailed plots in the original work. Okay, it is indeed a cool urban article. It's so cool. To a certain extent, Chen Beiyuan admired Jiang Yunhua, the imperial daughter with dedication spirit. When the other party spoke, Chen Beiyuan naturally didn't mind giving her face. In essence, He had no intention of killing the Lin family with one shot. After all, as the top family in the empire, the Lin family's strength is unfathomable, and it is only slightly weaker than the Chen family. How could it be killed so easily? This time, he just took advantage of the topic and hammered it out. Just treat it as a meeting gift to the Lin family. Facing Chen Beiyuan's meaningful words, Jiang Yunhua, the emperor's daughter, felt a throb in her heart at this moment, and even her breathing became a little faster. Especially when she was looked at by Chen Beiyuan's appreciative gaze, she felt a strange feeling. However, Chen Beiyuan quickly looked away from her, making her secretly relieved. And when the two people were looking at each other and talking to each other, Lin Xiao, who was as swollen as a pig's head, was looking at Jiang Yunhua with a look of obsession, his eyes full of greed and desire. He is not only because of Jiang Yunhua's stunning appearance, but also because of his strength and background. It is undeniable that in terms of appearance, Leng Ruobing can be compared with this imperial daughter, but in terms of temperament, she was immediately turned into a scumbag. Not to mention strength, background, and power. They are two extremes from each other. As the Sixth Highness most favored by Emperor Donghua, if I can get a wife, I'm afraid it will be enough to reach heaven in one step. Obviously, the protagonist, a miracle doctor with a philanthropic spirit, is tempted.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe.